Hey guys, I'm glad that I'm actually, seeing you more regularly. This is really great for our personal relationship. But what I have to talk to you about today is really interesting. Something that kind of affects me on a personal level. I was cleaning out my cupboard today. We went grocery shopping, and I found an old can of Campbell's soup that I bought that says "Help Hunger Disappear. Donate nutritious food to a food bank." And I thought that was interesting. I see this a lot from corporations, from the government, even from local communities. Donate to the food bank, help, do your part. Like, people need your help, things like that. And I'm all for helping people. I donate to the food bank when I can, when I'm available to. But it seems a lot of the time that all of the responsibility for helping others falls down to the individual level. I mean, it goes past government, it goes past corporations, it goes past even large communities, and just kind of filters down to the small community and the small individual person or family. And that doesn't seem right to me at all. I mean, not in the very least. Me as a human being, I make very little amount of money. It's like I have to support my entire family. But then now it's also my responsibility to reduce as much carbon waste and my carbon footprint as much as I can, and help poor people to afford food, and to donate any old belongings and things like that to people who can afford, say, clothing or medicine and things like that. And it falls all down to me and to you, to the personal level. And that's not right. While I do agree we should all do our part, it shouldn't all be left on our shoulders. I mean, we're not carrying the world here. We as the individual, we make the most or the least amount of money. I mean, corporations make billions of dollars in revenue a year. I don't know about Campbell's if they make billions, but say the energy sector, oil and gas, they make billions of dollars a year. How much of that actually goes to helping charities, to helping the poor? I mean, really, how much of it would go? Because we still have, 1.2 billion people that are hungry every day? Something ridiculous like that. And corporations are making billions of dollars in profit a month. Like, governments even. How many people power a government? How many dollars power a government? And that government is spending all of that money on military and things like that instead of helping people, instead of doing efficient things, because it all comes down to greed. I pay my taxes. My country, for whatever godforsaken reason, decides to invest it in a whack of military contracts and whatnot, mainly because, not that my country's in any danger of an attack from anyone, but because they have friends, or they are also on the same board in my government as those contracting military companies. They get the same deals, so then therefore they get more money. And that's all what everything really comes down to, is how much money you can get. How much does the state spend in military spending? 600 and something billion dollars? Who the hell is going to attack the states ever? I mean, really, look at the size of their military. Even if they reduced military budget spending by $100 billion, they would still have more money for the military than, the leading, 8 countries now? It's ridiculous. Yeah, the States spends more on military than the next 10 countries, in which I think 8 or 7 of them are allies. So really, who has the ability to attack the States? It's ridiculous. But of course, they're building up to World War III, so everyone has to spend more and more money. The government and the corporations are constantly just filtering it down to help hunger disappear. You can do your part. Donate today. I love that when I see commercials for people over in the Middle East and for Africa, and they're like, these people are starving. These people have no food, they have no medicine, they need clothing, they need your help. And they're playing that sad music, and then maybe there's a child with some flies on their eyeballs, and it just makes you really tear up, and it kind of hurts your soul. And then at the same time, my government is responsible for creating the devastation, a lot of it, in those particular countries. I mean, and same with the oil industry. If it wasn't for the oil industry, say down in Africa and the Middle East and stuff like that, how many millions, hundreds of millions of people wouldn't go hungry? How many people wouldn't be displaced? And then it's not even just the oil and things like that. They're cutting down, or they're destroying villages so they can plant eucalyptus trees for paper and things like that. They're creating crops down south somewhere. They're displacing hundreds of thousands of people so that they can grow food for first world countries like me and you. I, as a first world country, I don't agree with that. Not one bit. I prefer the 100-mile diet. Absolutely, you can get local food, go for it. I do have to buy canned foods, which there isn't a local cannery anywhere that does this kind of thing. But every now and then I gotta step out of the 100-mile diet. That doesn't mean that we need to plant more and more trees for paper, because we're just wasting so much. So we need to displace villagers who already have next to nothing, put them in a new place where they have now nothing, so that me and you can afford, say, or so that we can have all the fanciest electronics or the greatest food, or food that comes from another country. How fancy and how nice is that? It's just absolutely ridiculous. None of it makes any sense to me whatsoever. Help hunger disappear. This is absolutely absurd. It is. $1.78 trillion military spending in the world. $30 billion to fix hunger for a year. And people wonder why other people are getting pissed off. Like, why are you guys mad? The government's doing their job. The world is great. What are you talking about? This generation, my generation, I'm 19. I am the worst off generation, I think, out of all of humanity. Ever since our freaking creation or evolution, whatever you believe, the generation that I'm currently in is the shittiest generation to be raised in. It's the shittiest generation to grow up in. These are the worst times that humanity has ever experienced. That's my personal belief, and I'm pretty sure that that's actually just how it is. I mean, look at the absolute control we have. Our entire world is run by money. There's no chance of doing or solving or fixing anything unless you've got billions of dollars to back you up. And even then, greed gets to you and corrupts you anyway, and then you don't want to use your billions of dollars. One family, the Rothschilds. I think that's, the Rothschilds. $500 trillion. $500 trillion, one family. Not even like a huge family. It's like 7 or 8 members. $500 trillion. It's fucking ridiculous. Excuse my language. Absolutely. But then, and I bet you they're somehow tied into owning Campbell's. Probably. Campbell Company of Canada will donate more than 1 million pounds of food to food banks this year. Wow. I was like not even an inch off. Had I read that, it would have made me feel a little bit better. But 1 million pounds of food. Good on Campbell's. But this year, did they do it last year? Will they do it next year? Fuck my life. I'm just going to upload the first one. This is ridiculous. This is like my third take on this, and I just can't figure out, nothing seems to make any sense to me anymore. And it's not that I'm dumb or unintelligent in any way, it's just everything is completely illogical, irrational, and simply just plain stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why is everything the way it is? Can anyone explain that to me? I don't want to know why we have gravity or what creates oxygen. I want to know why the fuck society is so messed up. Why everything is just so back-asswards. We spend millions, billions, trillions of dollars trying to kill each other each year, while the rest of us starve to death, are impoverished, have no clothing, don't have enough money or the ability to afford a 30-cent vitamin C pill that can prevent blindness. Like stupid shit like that. We're killing each other, and then we just cover it up. Everything is just such an absolute buttfuck illusion. Obama's ratings in the shitter, so then he's like, hey, I'm gonna approve gay marriages because I'm all for gays. And people are like, wow, Obama's so great. Did nobody remember about the NDAA? He tried to pass a bunch of internet bills, like fucking taking away all of your rights. You can't leave the States unless you pay your taxes. Like all these other craps. You're slowly being imprisoned, each and every one of us. And they're telling us to watch American Idol and vote for your favorite. Meanwhile, we send all of your children off to another war to get killed over oil so that we can just bathe in blood money. But hey, while you're at it, while your tax dollars kill those people over there, why don't you help donate all of your used items to those people over there so that they can start rebuilding the life that your tax dollars just destroyed? Because that makes absolute sense, and nobody can see that. Nobody seems to be paying any attention to what's actually going on in the world. Nobody seems to notice that this shit happens on a regular basis. That me and you, my money, not necessarily you, but my money and what my government does with it is killing people. They are killing, they are depriving, they are torturing people. I have to spend my time to pay for my family's abilities to live, and meanwhile my taxes are going to killing people. I don't hurt people, not in the least. I'm friendly, I smile, I try and cheer people up, I tell vendors random jokes, trying to creating smiles and make a happier little bit of world around me. Meanwhile, I have to go to work, missing time with my family, so that I can donate taxes to a government that's going to ascend and drop bombs on some villages and then call it collateral damage. Double speak, by the way. Collateral damage is innocent motherfucking civilians that are getting killed by our bombs, weapon ordinances. Collateral damage. How would you like to be called collateral damage, eh? Friendly fire. That's a good one. I love that. Yeah, we accidentally bombed 30-something Canadians. Friendly fire, misinformation, we thought you were the enemy. Sorry, under the Friendly Fire Act, you can't do anything. We don't have to reimburse you or the families in any such way. Friendly fire, it happens, That's killing your own team members. Friendly fire. We killed allies. Friendly fire. We killed civilians. Collateral damage. Smiling Buddha was like one of a huge bomb named it. I think it was in India. Smiling Buddha. Yeah, we're releasing Smiling Buddha. Oh, hey, that sounds friendly. No, we just killed 500,000 people. Oh, well, that's not friendly at all. And then all the meanwhile, while we're just being mindlessly brain fucked, then they go and ask us, you can do your part. You can help hunger disappear. You can help the poor. Donate today. You can help children in Africa by sending food supplies and $12 a month. You can do your part. I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm all for doing my part, but like I'm parted out. I can only give so much of my part. I can only do so much. Because everything I do, it just seems like the things that I apparently am forced to support are just going around and just fucking and destroying it all up anyway. So then it's like, really, what is the point? Yes, I can improve my neighbors down the street or some guy in my community's life by donating food to the food bank. But really, what am I changing when I donate food to that food bank, 30 people are now going to be starving overseas somewhere or in South America because famines, and then because that was caused by things like my country's greed. I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to do anymore. Everything is just an illusion. Go to work, pay your taxes, have a barbecue, have a house, invest in things, save for your future, go on vacations, blah, 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 blah. Don't live life, don't open your eyes, don't ask questions. I don't know. Thanks for listening to me rant. Sorry if this video was just kind of all over the place. And yeah, I'm glad Campbell's is donating 1 million pounds of food. Absolutely. But all we're doing is just putting a band-aid. So that's it. We're putting a band-aid on a severed leg. It's ridiculous. It's not going to do anything. Sure, that might stop the bleeding for a few seconds, but you're still going to die in the end. There's nothing you can do. Oh, Canada. Oh, great America.